All right, call the meeting of the 300th anniversary committee to order at 5:21 on 2/19/25. Present at the meeting is John Bartlett, Chair.
Emily Bruce.
Jana Morrissey.
Karen Rotoboni.
Kent Brack.
And Chris Milano.
And currently no one on Zoom. All right. So first off, we will discuss any of our funding options and stuff like that. Right now, we still have fundraising with our merchandise sales, and slowly but surely, I did sell a pair of pajamas today, so there we go. But so we still have that going forward. Anybody have anything else with fundraising? All right, so we also have the grant from the state for from the tourism board for $50,000 to use that we do need to use up by the end of this fiscal year, June 30th. So some of the options that we have is to purchase some more merchandise, to have separate sales. We also are looking into the ornaments, correct?
Yes.
For the future, for
Yep.
hopefully around December timeframe, and luminaries, so we could sell those. And then also if we have our gala in December, we could also have them there too as well. Some other funding options for that is, do you want to speak on this, John, or do you want?
I mean, I just said you feel free.
Okay.
You have the paperwork.
So Don had suggested some nice signs coming into town. And I do have an example of what the, if this were to happen, what the building department would like to have. And so they proposed some signs like this, and what they would do is have a spot underneath that we can add on different banners. And for all of 2026, there would be one that has the 300th anniversary on it. So if people want to take a look at that.
And from a high level, this was brought before the select and us a couple months ago, I think, maybe 2 months ago. They haven't fully started the process, they just did the designs. So what we did today was we kind of said, well, if the committee is interested in putting some of the money towards that, we would obviously add, the secondary banner that says, what it's for. But I thought that it might not be, I mean, it's advertising, it's free advertising for it. So I don't necessarily know, or I thought that would be a good idea for the use of it.
So like donated by the 300th committee, is that what you're thinking?
Well, we would actually, well, we could do something on that, but we were going to have that like 300th anniversary or celebrating 300 or something like that actually on the signage.
Okay.
So
All right.
So it will be advertisement for us for the year,
Right.
as well.
Right.
Could we potentially have like advertising specific 300th events as they come up throughout the course of the year? Is that an option?
I don't,
So-
probably not, because
no,
what
it's not on
it's, yeah, so what,
Okay.
let me lay out the pricing a little bit first. So
Okay.
that would be more something like substantial, like either a repeating event or something like this that'll be up for the whole year. Like say we could also put the Memorial Day parade or something like that on there, something that, like I said, reoccurs. But to do that bottom sign, it's over $1,000 because it's made out of PVC and it's etched.
Oh, wow.
And so that's
Yeah.
what, like,
Okay.
to do something random, it wouldn't be
Yeah. I
as
thought it was more
cost
like
effective.
a banner.
But no, it's actually gonna be a
But
solid
it's-
piece to protect it,
All
yeah.
right, that-
Now, that being said, that doesn't necessarily mean that we wouldn't want to, whatever, if we have a main event, that we wouldn't want to necessarily think about it. Because the whole reason I even thought about it was, I was thinking, why aren't we having a billboard to these signs that can
Right.
show off things that are happening in town?
Right. Yeah. Right.
And I know we're looking for ways to, use that money so we don't lose that money.
Mhm.
Right.
And I think that would be a beneficial way to this. So.
Mhm.
Would those signs be permanent?
Those are permanent, yes.
The
They'll be-
signs are permanent. The billboard at the bottom would obviously, we wouldn't have that in year
That's
305.
A
that's
color
great.
option.
Yeah.
Which
Where
is,
would we put them?
so they would
We're
be,
putting them on the edge of the net.
all the
And
major
bring
roads
them.
coming into town.
Okay.
Speaking with the builder, the only one that there's a little bit of an issue with right now is 3A coming from Plymouth into Kingston. There's no town-owned property for quite a while coming in. So they're trying to work on that, but everywhere else throughout town has town-owned property within the first couple hundred feet that they can put these up.
Yeah, one of the things we're doing is we're trying to brand it in the sense that like everything's disjointed now.
Right.
If there is signage or anything, it's all different colors, different things. So we're kind of trying to. So there's gonna be a big type sign like that, and then also a small sign for other areas where, you know, and that's probably like a 5 to 10 year process because
Yeah.
we don't have much money. So, and this is kind of, you know,
Right.
fun money kind
Yeah.
of thing. But
This
it
is
does
beautiful
help
though. I
with
really
that
like
type
it.
of
It's
thing.
beautiful.
Isn't it?
So this is actually the smaller of the signs,
Okay.
from what I was told by Rob, the
Yeah.
buildings guy. And for right now, if we were to use any of the money, and again, I do need to double check. I'm still waiting to hear back, on the usage of the loan and, of the grant, excuse me, and to make sure. But if we can use it for this, however many we decide to buy, right now, the current cost is about $5,620 for the main sign, and then it's about $1,080 for that 300th banner underneath. If you do order 2 signs, they do cut quite a bit off, and it's about $5,060 a piece. So if we decide to, as a group, like possibly order 2 signs, it would be about a little over $12,000 altogether, that we would be able to use.
So the 12,000 is for 2 of the Welcome to Kingston sign.
Welcome to Kingston
Okay.
plus the
With
300th
that.
anniversary banner. Yeah, I believe it's between, like, doing the math real quick in my head, it's between 12,000 and 12,100, somewhere in there.
Which we can definitely do just the banner. I don't know if there's a guarantee that those signs will be built with 300.
Right, right.
That's the downside to that, because this is we want to do it, but
Yeah, we've
costs
never done it
money.
before. We don't have it in the budget. This
Yeah.
isn't the year to add
Is there-
something to the
yeah, I
budget.
think
Exactly.
everything is
Yep.
probably gonna be in like the
And-
50K plus mark to get all the signs done and
Are they
everything.
wooden or
The
polycarbonate?
PVC,
Up you
yep,
guys.
so they'll last for a while, yep.
And I think one of them we're doing with a digital billboard, right?
I believe the large one might have something
Yeah, I
under
think
it.
so.
I didn't really look at that much. That was a
Yeah,
different option.
I didn't actually
Yeah.
know that was the plan. That wasn't pitched to us yet, but I
Yep.
think Keith had mentioned it to me today, so.
Okay,
Yeah, I think Rob, he showed me a few different options a while ago. Very nice.
Is this contractor, when you show, maybe looked into other contractors? Is that, no?
this
I
is
don't
someone
even know
that,
that
this
they
is
have-
someone that the
Above
town
budget.
uses. I'm not sure if it's actually,
I just
no,
wondered,
yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of money.
All these things are.
yeah, they're
all very
crazy money.
expensive.
I've had some. That's why I wondered if that's the only person that's.
I assume
Yeah,
it's
I
a
bel-
good bid, but, well, yeah.
It should.
And for the,
Yeah,
well,
good, yeah.
for a single, it wouldn't have to, but to do the multiple ones, it would be over the amount. So
Yeah.
it may not have to go to bid, but at least you have to have 3 quotes.
Yeah.
Okay,
So there would be
so there will
multiple.
be
Yes,
Yeah.
good,
Yep.
multiple bids, because
Yeah.
I think,
yeah.
John, what are the 2 locations, if not, coming through North Plymouth?
So the multiple locations, I think the large sign, they wanted to put, and I may be wrong, but that might be going up by the Duxbury Town line.
Yep.
And then coming down the hill at Duxbury Road from the highway. And then you could also go further up, put another one coming in from Duxbury. There's Route 27 coming in, the major road. And then I don't know if they'd want to do off of Route 80 into Plimpton. I don't know if they want to hit every road coming in or not.
Yeah, I think so. 106 would be another one.
106
I think like Route 80, 106 would be smaller signs.
Yeah.
The major areas would be obviously the highway. And then if we can find a location for the Plymouth one, that's the other one.
Yeah.
And these aren't just necessarily enter Kingston signs, like the plan, like I said, is to kind of bring these things. So, if there's hot areas that need one, that'd be, that might be down the road, but that's the thought on this, so.
We also have up by the Mall Commerce Way coming in. That's a busy route.
Right.
So,
Yeah, right. Right.
so that's a possibility on this funding as well. And then another possibility of funding, if you wanted to speak on it, to maybe use some of this funding towards the book project.
Sure, and we just, Jan Jan Guidoboni, I'm sure, is our town historian. She's one of the directors with Tom and myself for the book project. We just greatly appreciate the offer and whatever may be available. And I put together, I just sent it to John and Don. John had asked me about, our budget, where we're at, what we're, what we see that we'll be spending. And I do have some copies of that if others would like that.
Let's take a look.
And I put, with this, there's our IRS determination letter, the number, just formality, that we're a nonprofit, and also the printer's specs and quote, because that's our main cost, will be about $46,000 for printing. And I did 2 versions of everything, and then a couple others just as a budget. I didn't probably have enough, but
You can, I
Yeah,
sure. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you have that. Yeah, Emily, thank you. Oh,
I
sorry, yeah.
think I got.
Okay.
You know what I'm sure you do,
She's
yeah.
seen the numbers.
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me.
I mean, I can just briefly give you
Mhm.
the overview that, it's a gorgeous book in full color. We described it a little bit to you in the past, but it's a significant amount. $125,000 is our budget. The printing, like I said, is 46 of the designers. The other big cost, we have a top-notch designer. You've seen parts of it. You'll be seeing more. That's about $50,000. But what we need to raise is about $76,000 to make this happen. We're projecting book sales. I think we mentioned this recently. We haven't finalized the unit price per book. Likely be around $50 with some discounts. So we have projected income from the book sales. So we're really, what the additional funding we're looking at now that we need to raise is in the neighborhood of 40,000. And you'll see there's a little bit of a profit loss statement of the second part of it. What we've raised between private donations, business sponsors, and some state grants. Those are our 3 main sources. The sponsorship program is going really well. We've joined the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce, and we've been part of the KBA, of course. That's expanding and getting out there, but still, to come up with another 40 is it's a challenge. We think we can do that. We do have a Sampson grant pending. We'll see how that goes. That would be another 8,000 that
Okay.
I didn't include in the total of
Until
what's
you
come in. of
Find
course.
out, yes.
Yeah. But so it's so if, again, any help, and it sounded like town administrator said that that the state fund might be able to be used for the book project. And as you probably all do know, I think John mentioned this the last meeting, that the way we established the book project, which the selectmen endorsed, was that any net revenue will go back to the town for the next anniversary committee. So that's, we are going to dissolve our nonprofit, after the book is out. I mean, it wouldn't be literally in 26, so we had to get through the year, but in 27, the copyright will go to the town. And if the town ever wanted to, it's further out, but if the town ever wanted to have another printing or something, it would all go to the town.
Okay.
But just for now, that's whatever. But we're 1,000 copies is what we're printing. We really expect that will take off. There may be another printing, ideally. Pembroke, when they did their 300 book back in 2012, they went over 1,000 over a couple of years. And last time we checked, I think it was close to 1,100. But
Okay.
so that's if that's comparable, which it may be. I think we have a much better book coming out. It's a great project. So.
Okay.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Very
How are
good.
you going to market? And how will people see a copy of this book when it's up for sale? You said on the March of 25, you're gonna start taking pre-orders.
Yeah.
Is there a way for people to see the book, like at the library or something? Before before they order it?
Well, a number of things. We can, we have about 3 sections, say 2 that are done out of 11. On the PDF version, we can do some preview, and we're not gonna, we can't show the whole
Right.
book,
Right.
of course. It won't,
Yeah.
Right.
it won't be
We'll give
done
you a
until June
taste
or
of
so.
what to expect.
Yeah, taste with previews.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
a combination of social media. We're going to be on local scene TV, unfortunately, and a little bit of newsprint that's around the Express or whatever. Kingston Living will probably do something for us. Through the associations we have, like the Jones River Village Historical Society members and
Yeah, Chris, have you
and our
seen
own
that?
networking,
have
of course, the
sections that
churches.
might,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is like
Sections
one
might
of
be,
their little.
Where
take
is
one
it?
section and like
When
we
you-
have
when you
now.
go to
It's just a
look at it,
couple of copies.
And
Yeah.
show
Yeah.
that
But that's kind
Yeah.
of a
for the
preview,
quality of it.
one section right now.
Well,
Yeah.
people
The
who
photography
submit
in
it
it, I mean,
articles
our meeting
obviously know
yesterday
about
was
it, but
just
I
to
think
choose
people who aren't
some
aware of it,
photos
how
of
are
the
they gonna
veterans,
find
and
Yeah.
it was
They gotta do some
outstanding. I mean,
advertising.
we had a difficult choice in making the ones that we felt we could afford for the book. It really is, it's beyond my expectations
Oh,
of
neat.
of what we thought it would be. I mean, it's so different from Doris's book or for anything else that's ever been printed. And anybody that I personally have shown any of the things that we've received back from the designer, they've been really impressed. It's it's not just the quality of the stories and so forth, but also the color, the thought that the photographer went into to get not just the people in the picture, but something of Kingston or the flag that was the veterans flag or something like that. It was very thoughtful. It's,
Yeah, as Jan said, that one of the key sections is called Generations of Service, and it actually starts with former Fire Chief John Albanese put together 8 pages of kind of historic fires and the origins of the fire department. We have a whole large section with veterans tributes and around town's monuments and the story of the new memorial. That could be definitely a section to showcase, to preview, and it's really exciting. It's just about, we're almost done with that section. But certainly, and we've been networking all along. We've had so many contributions from people in town in terms of articles and ideas and, mementos, et cetera. So, that will help spread the word as well. But
Now, you said right now there's an anonymous donor matching donations.
yes,
Is there a cap on that or,
there is, and this is really, I'll try to keep it short, but a member of Jones River Village Historical he's a trustee of a charitable fund. He's put together a matching fund program up to $15,000. Contribution donations $200 and less are a 2-for-1 match. Over $200 are a 1-for-1. It's not limited to society, but it's any donor, individuals. I double check with him today, businesses as well. So that's a great way to leverage whatever business can afford. So and Jan is I haven't talked to you since I talked to David Togetto. There's no time limit on it until they go up to 15,000, which is
Wow.
that's
Good.
amazing.
That's
So
great.
that's
I figured to have you speak because if anyone sees this, they
Oh,
get some
well, I
advertising out
appreciate
there. Yeah, good. Okay. So,
Are you guys-
go ahead.
Are you guys gonna leverage like GoFundMe or Kickstarter or anything for it? For the launch?
I mean, we could, we're not there yet. We're just so busy with the content, and we do have a great network of business contacts. The chamber's helping us, and Donna Prakash Smith with the KBA is just really helping too. But we should consider that we do want to have a launch event somewhere. We're thinking October. Books should be out by October. Holiday sales and help generate excitement for everything.
So October
Guys are planning.
this year?
Yeah.
Do you want someone else to have that?
I'm all set if you'd like it.
I would love it, but I
Sure.
don't want to keep it. if
No,
there's someone
please,
else.
it's.
All right,
well,
thank you.
yeah.
there's someone else.
All right. Any other ideas for the grant funding?
No, I mean, oh, sorry.
No.
To backtrack to not those signs, but knowing that that type of stuff actually presumably, we'll find out if it's allowed.
Yep.
Do we want to do things that we, like, do we want to pre-purchase stuff that we know would be used, like in the sense of like, you know, whatever, like little fold-up signs or things that
Yes.
like directing events to X location, are those things that we want to start researching and just getting those bought?
Right.
Money that could disappear.
Yes. So,
Mhm.
we had talked about needing a graphic designer, so I reached out, to
Michael somebody, right?
yeah, so Michael Fulcher, Ideas Corporation, he, helped update our town seal.
Mhm.
So he has that artwork already. It's pretty easy to work with. So I was letting him know that, you know, we're looking to maybe do a brochure or a calendar. And he said he would be,
Because I think Lisa will do the booklet for the house tour.
oh, she will. Okay.
I think she will. She's in Florida,
Right.
but when she comes
Right.
home, I'm gonna, so I think we'll do good.
Okay.
Okay.
But I did have his name down as someone you were gonna contact, so.
Yeah.
I'll confirm it with Lisa. And
Okay.
in terms of funding for the house tour, I have a committee finally.
Nice.
Do those people have to be approved by the town also?
No, because
we're a
it's, so it's,
subcommittee?
so you're not a subcommittee, you're a working group.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't have
I
to.
don't need to, great,
Yep,
great,
yep,
great,
yep.
great. So there's like 5 of us, and, I can look into some more concrete things that we could use the funding for.
Okay.
My reenactor, whatever,
Yep.
okay.
Okay.
And when did you say the deadline? You want this in May, before May?
If we could get everything in by May, because all the receipts have to be submitted by June 30th.
And there's no guarantee, but I'm working.
Okay. All right. So I know we had talked about the possibility of maybe having another meeting in between this meeting and March 19th meeting.
Mhm.
Like I said, I'm still trying to find out all the information from the state and the different, between Representative Lenatra's office and the tourism board, what the rules are, what we can spend and not. Do we want to put something out for 2 weeks, or do we want to, March, April, May? I think March 19th gives us time still, if we don't,
I would-
if
I
we don't
would
do a
do-
second meeting yet.
I would do
We-
March 19th, and then if
And then
have
we
to
may
in
need to
between
do
that-
earlier just to finalize what things are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
okay, so if we could, for March 19th, we have a list of some of the stuff that we can use this funding for. If anyone has any further ideas, can we try to bring them by March 19th so we can get
Okay.
a really good generalized list, and then I will hopefully have answers by then of what we can and cannot use.
Okay.
Anybody have anything else on funding or fundraising? All right, so moving on to approval minutes. Did everyone have an opportunity to take a look at the draft meetings for 10/23 of 24 and also of 1/15 of 25?
Yes.
Okay, could I have can we accept them both at the same time, or do we have to do them separately?
I think we can do
No?
this.
Is there a motion on the floor to accept these meetings
I move we accept minutes for both meetings.
for both meetings on 10/23/24 and 1/15/25?
Yes.
My second.
Seconded? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, opposed? All right,
I should abstain from the.
oh, you want to abstain from the 10/23?
Yes.
Very good.
I guess I should probably do them.
You weren't here.
We
You
put it
can-
together, I just wasn't there, but we would, yeah.
You can
Okay.
still vote a meeting
You can vote on,
minutes,
yeah, I
even
did
if you
find that
hadn't
out. You
attended,
can.
That's
Yeah.
good.
right?
All right. Thank you. All right.
Apparently I was
Wait.
delinquent.
Who made the movement? Who made the motion?
I did.
Okay, thank you, Lori.
Mhm.
Who seconded it?
Christine.
Thank you, Christine.
All right. Any reports from any of the working groups?
No, I just already told you, I've got a committee put together of people who are interested in working on the house tour. And we're good. I mean, we've already got houses, places.
The working group.
My work, we've already got locations in mind, and we have to go do a little more digging. And I want to talk to Jan if she had any suggestions that she felt were really relative that important that we should include. But I'm feeling good about it. I think we'll be good to go. Not that that's okay.
No, that's,
We're a volunteer committee. We're not good to go.
We don't need any professionals here.
Costs that the grant can do for that in the sense of like plaques on the houses and things like.
That's a possibility. Some of them have them already
Okay.
because we are doing
Because they're historic,
historic.
yeah.
But I do want a reenactor at the Major John Bradford House because it's so historic. So that's going to cost.
Yeah, yeah, I don't
And
know,
printing the
would we
booklet.
be able to get that funded that early in advance?
but that's one of my
That's the problem.
questions that I have to ask, yes. Some services and
draw
stuff
a
you can't do
contract.
ahead of time, but some,
Okay.
yeah, some you can.
Well, the same with the printer. I can't do the booklet.
You probably won't be able to do it before, yeah.
We're going to work on it, but I don't want to.
All right. Anybody else have anything from
Um,
working groups?
this is out of order or not, but so, we had briefly mentioned, because the time capsule that's existing can't be opened
Is-
until
is-
2075, right?
Yes, yep.
So does this even have pricing? Oh. As I read up and I have not spoken yet to Nicholas, our, over
The
at the library,
archivist.
the archivist at the library. But they were saying how time capsules are kind of like, why do you want to wait 100 years to see what was, you're digging something up, could be damaged, water damage,
Yep.
what have you. So I'm talking more of more like living time capsules. Like, could we create something that we could keep in the archives? And one of the more popular things is like a day in your life, like have the kids at school say, here's what I did this week, just like a little time, a snippet of time of what life is like for us in 2026. So maybe that's something we could do. One of the events at one of our homecoming was even an end story.
And the town has that equipment I believe from after September 11th. They purchased that on a grant to take stories from people. So we do have.
Oh, really?
We already have that equipment.
Okay.
Yes, so we would just need volunteers to be able to sit in booths and have people do this.
Oh, cool. Take story
Mhm.
equipment. Awesome.
That'd be great for the library to use it because
Yeah.
Yes.
it has been since.
I don't think it's since that
Right.
project, no.
Right, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, because like I was looking at time capsules and this one is $1,000, like,
Mhm.
just a metal case and then like a plaque to put out in front of it would be like another $800 in granite plaque. So if we could have something
That might be a better
at the
idea.
Adams Center.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
I'll contact Mr. Nicholas. And then this other one was ornaments. So 2 ideas is either have, the balls, a regular Christmas ornament ball, or I was thinking, because we used to like produce tacks and I think anchors. Was that one of our
Anchors and cannonballs originally, but then
anchors and cannonballs? So I thought maybe if we did like a pewter, like
Oh.
maybe do our town
Not a bad
seal
idea,
or
yeah.
our 300th, logo in like a pewter design. And then maybe some of the house tours, that's whatever houses we're choosing, maybe, and then definitely the Reed Center is there,
it's the
100th
100th anniversary.
anniversary.
Yes. Yep.
right? So this is just something I found online, but they are made in the USA. I
Okay.
couldn't find anybody locally that would make ornaments, but
I suggested you too. We'll be happy to have them at the Festival of Trees.
Oh, that would be great.
right.
We're
Right, we just
doing
have
the
to
Festival of
decide
Trees
what
again, so
what they are, and maybe we have, I don't know.
it'd be good time. I mean, related ornaments.
Yep.
Well, I think we could have all the churches in town sell that during luminaries too, certainly.
Yeah.
You know, and even before that, like, I don't know what town events maybe happen in November, but.
When is the Festival of Trees?
It's always the day of the luminaries.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's
So
what I
it's the
thought.
last Saturday before
Yeah,
Christmas.
yeah.
I think this coming year is the 21st.
It's that close to Christmas.
So it, sometimes if it's that close to Christmas, they may do it the week before.
You think?
Yeah,
They have.
They do,
Yeah,
yes.
that's what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, so.
Yeah, because they don't want less people there just because of how hectic.
Yeah, of course,
Going
Like,
away,
so,
last-
yeah, it's
last
like-
Saturday.
Yeah, I
it
think
could
it's
be-
actually the third Saturday of December
Okay,
is when it
okay,
usually
so
is.
be the 14th. That early?
Possibly, yeah.
Wow. Right.
When you're talking with Nick, I know we
Yeah.
have the whole collection of the one that the Lions Club did. And,
Yeah.
I don't know these, who did them and so forth, but if you could find that person what already had done all of the artwork, would save you some money.
Oh, that's. a
And
good
then they
idea.
also had, I think for the 250th, they sold the little wooden blocks of the library and the
The house
lions.
lions,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about that a while ago. Yeah.
So,
See if I can find out who the artists are. for this.
yeah,
We can't get the Kingston reprint, can we?
The poster,
Yeah,
we found it on Etsy. Like,
Yeah.
I think we
I
can
had
order
it. I
more,
bought it.
yeah.
I have it, but. I'm
Yeah, I
saying
just
you've gotta
recently saw
find-
her on,
Yeah.
because when I was
You've gotta
looking
find
at
the person who
ornaments.
created
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
I don't know if
She's
it'd
from
be cost
Connecticut or
effective for us.
Yeah, like, I
Yeah.
think we could reach out to her and ask about buying a bulk amount of reprints and then selling them, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's something we could spend some money on ahead of time,
Yeah.
like some of that 50,000.
Right.
Does anyone reached out to her, this artist?
I haven't yet, no.
I can try and see if I
Okay.
can get a hold of her. And just see what she says. Cause I think those were really popular.
Yeah, I know a couple people that have, I have one.
Yeah, I have one.
Friends that
I
have-
we have
really
one in the
hugely
field
popular.
house.
I used to work at like the Village Landing, in
Yeah.
my high school years.
Yeah.
And those posters were all over the place,
Yeah.
There
you
are
know?
two different ones. What one is yours blue or is it?
No, it's cream.
Mine's cream too, but my friend has one that's blue.
But is it the same image, just on a
Oh,
different?
absolutely, but it's blue, which I thought was very bizarre. But anyway, it's the original image. It's the same exact as mine. But
Okay,
hers is blue. So
interesting.
that's why I'm thinking maybe it has already been printed again and done in a different color for
Yeah.
that reason.
Yeah,
I don't know.
okay. I'll see if I can find her and if I can reach out to her.
Okay. And so, like, similar to the, house tours, I have a working group, established now for the parade, so we're trying to
Oh, good.
get some
Oh, good.
information going forward with that. And I think I reported last time that, Ollie DiMacedo, used to be one of the selectmen here in town, is, one of the members of the working group. And,
Right.
he also does the Thanksgiving Day parade, so he was, very interested in,
That's great.
not only being on that working group, but also possibly doing a, float for our parade and also the Thanksgiving Day parade. So, and then I've been, working with, the group that does the National Night Out. I got a bunch of information on how they use the school, so like regional school, and they gave me all that information. I'm, in the process of reaching out to them and planning out to see if the fireworks will work there. As
good.
far as, I think we discussed as a committee here, that's probably our best location for a larger event with parking. So as long as we can make the fireworks work there, we can have them all on the same
Awesome.
day and night, so.
I don't know why they would, Halifax.
We
wanted
had
From,
during COVID, the teachers did have a smaller,
okay,
show, for their students, the fireworks show there. So I don't see a reason why not.
okay.
I just double check with the school and working with the fire department, and the state fire marshal's office to make sure.
One little question about the parade. Would you be looking for other floats from other organizations?
Sure, yes.
Like the garden club could
Yep.
do float?
Yep.
Yeah, like the scouts could do one.
Scouts, any civic
Well,
organization,
I
any
did it
sporting
when I was
organization wanted to
in
march or
Kingston.
do anything.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yep.
It's fun. You gotta explore.
John, when are we looking to do that again? Is that July?
What's that?
Yeah, the parade.
That is, the parade is September.
Parade.
The, Old Home Day would be sometime in July.
So that's fireworks.
So I would think probably maybe mid-end of July, since you're gonna have a lot of fireworks towards the
Yeah.
beginning in the local area. But again, we can always discuss the exact date later on.
Mhm.
So, that's what I have right now for, working groups.
Is anyone able to reach out to, Lenatra?
I don't know yet, but I know, he's been tied
He
up
might be
recently,
in, yeah, he
so,
might be, yeah.
yeah, so we'll reach out to him
Table
hopefully
that.
before the next meeting. Yep. Let's see, all right, no bills to review at this time. And then, so recruitment, do we have any other ideas or any interests that we've heard from members for recruitment? I know Joe said his son was going to join, so that there'll be, another member and a younger member too as well, which is good. I believe he's right out of high school. So,
I'm gonna do another reach out to the clergy in town. I didn't really get very far the first
Okay.
time I tried, so I'm gonna try again. And just see if I can light a fire or something. It'd be great to get one or two others.
Sure.
Or members of their church.
It doesn't have to be the
members.
clergyman, no.
And I said that before, but I'll say it again.
No.
And we'll say, they don't have Tom Vendetti in their congregation. So they didn't
He's
get
not
voluntold
If
on
everybody
it.
has gone,
No,
right?
just teasing. But I'm gonna try. I know Father Jack, he serves like 3 congregations, so
it's
he's not,
tough.
he
Yep.
can't do it, but maybe some of the others, so we'll see.
Okay.
I'll try. Yeah.
So Joe had said his son was interested. Do we need to, nominate someone to the Board of Selectmen so that they can then?
Yeah, I did tell him
appoint
that, and so I'll send him an email too, just to make sure that his son writes a letter. And then they can swear.
I
him in.
mean, do we have to sign, like, do we have to forward a nomination from our?
No, they
committee?
read
just
his letter of
as long as-
interest and then
Okay.
they just let us know that the person, then we talk about it at a meeting and
Yeah.
then, they get accepted
Okay.
and sworn in after that. So I'll make sure he tries to get that letter in for the next selectman meeting
Yeah.
coming up.
Plenty of meetings coming up.
Good times.
All right, anything else under recruitment? All right, hearing nothing. Anybody have anything under new business? No. All right, I do not believe I do.
So just to reiterate, back to like any fundraising we can use, you want us to come back with dollar amounts at our next meeting? Or
what
to be
we,
able to, you
what
know,
we
if we
need-
can spend that 50K
yes,
this year and attach dollar amounts to whatever those items. may
if
be.
at all possible, then March 19th, if we can come up
Okay.
with, you know,
Are we allowed to put money? Like, are we allowed to put or pay for things, like for instance, police detail?
No.
Could we pay for things at this rate and then if we have to pay more and whenever, when it happens, then we just pay it?
that's one of the questions I have, like the services ahead of time. So I'm waiting to hear back from them.
Okay.
Yeah. But I
That'd be
know,
great if we could do that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust giving it to like food trucks that might be gone by the time.
exactly.
But like, police
So-
are still gonna be here,
Yeah. So
things like that.
The only issue with the police is a lot of times there may not be enough of our police officers, so it goes to other towns.
Yeah,
So
okay.
different rates, sheriff's department's a different rate, so that's kind of hard.
Yeah.
But what I did, at least when I kind of projected out the parade, I did I kind of averaged some of the local police departments rate and then added 3% for each year to get to 26, and then kind of went by that number. So just to give us a better ballpark of what we need for the detail. All right, that's all I have. Does anybody else have anything? All right, so the next meeting, and I'm not sure if all the members are aware. I didn't send out a reminder this time, so I will send out an email. We do have a standing day and time, the third Thursday of every month at 5:15. So I will put that out to everyone just in case I don't get reminders out or don't get the agenda out. And same with the agenda. If the agenda doesn't get out, you can find it on the website under the 300 committee. So you can have it ahead of time. I will try to get it out in the future though for everyone.
Oh, actually.
Sure.
When will we have a calendar that will indicate when things are happening? Like you said, the parade is in September, July is the Old Home Day. I mean, will we have specific dates by a
I
certain
would
time
like to have all the dates by, like, say, July or August.
of
Just so-
this year?
By this year, so
Okay.
because if our first,
Because
if our
Yeah.
first is gonna be, our first is gonna be in December, I would like to have a few months
So
out
we-
to start letting people know, yes,
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll come up with a calendar soon.
yes.
And is that might be something that we could, if we're having a graphic designer do it, then it's something.
That's
we
what I
could
was thinking
pre-pay.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a
Because
one
they would
page.
know, they would be able to quote you on, it's not like you're gonna get 30 different types of calendars, it's just gonna be like, we need a calendar design and we'll have the dates by this date, but give us a price.
Right.
Even
Yeah,
if we
or
didn't have
pay
all
for
the
the
dates,
design.
just like
Yeah.
a one page flyer, like the
Yeah.
digital and print that says, this are all the stuff we're doing, this for the
Right.
300th, and
Yeah.
so it's all on there, even if we don't have all the dates, and we could update it later.
And even if we don't have the same designer doing everything, we probably need to, as best as possible, stick to a design that matches everything.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
people,
Consistent. right.
yeah, so people
That's right.
understand that it's
Yeah.
the same thing, or
Yeah.
same committee, or same.
Exactly.
And actually getting that information out sooner rather than later, even if it's not
Exactly.
complete, because we've got the Facebook page, we've got places we can put them up, we can,
Yeah.
it's not a bad idea to work on that and use that 50K. for it.
Right.
Actually, I do have one more thing. I am working with someone right now to possibly do a road race. So I know we don't have enough people in our committee right now to do that, but if this individual is interested, then hopefully they'll be able to work with us and run that for us. So that is, I know we talked about that early on, but really didn't have anyone to pick that up, so that might still be a possibility.
That's a good idea.
You might want to flip that one recreation too,
Yes.
because we're talking about what can we do with them, and that would be race.
Okay.
That'd be a good idea. Cool. Everyone, if you want to take a look at our 300th committee, we do have a web page. So we're listed under committees, the Kingston 300th. And that page will also link you to the Facebook page.
Mhm.
So if you ever, I think I said John and I have this admin
We're
on the
admins,
Facebook
yep.
page,
And
right?
I believe right now we have about 45 likes. So
Yeah,
if we could, if
exactly.
we can get the word out and maybe get some more
Right.
people.
And if we have posts, I could, maybe get it on like, all things Kingston or whatever.
We'll try to put that in our wheelhouse as. we,
Yeah, great.
Through the Tales of
Okay,
Jones River
thank
Village
you.
site, yeah.
Right.
We hope to get on Instagram as well,
And
or wherever
I
that's worth.
understand
but
the
anyway,
Express
we'll-
newspaper that's from Halifax. and so
I'm limited
Yeah.
with social media, so.
It's not books like it was 2 weeks
No,
ago.
Okay.
I'm good friends with the editor, and
Oh.
she has found someone to
Oh,
take
that-
it over,
that's-
so it's
that's
not going to
wonderful,
the
because
graveyard.
that's a source.
I told her that. I said, oh, please, Deb, I need you to keep going. I cut it all up. I cut out the obituaries and the
Right.
library notices, so I need that paper. Yeah, it's great.
And
It's
any
great.
luck with the Kingston magazine?
Kingston Living?
So we had gone back and forth and we had to cancel a meeting and then I went back and forth a couple more times and couldn't get the date to work out. So maybe I'll reach out again and give them enough notice for March 19th and see if
Okay.
we can get them to come then.
Yeah.
There would be a place for the
'Cause-
calendar.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
right,
they
yeah.
definitely were interested.
Be a
I
great
spoke
place
with
to
two of the members of it and they were definitely interested,
Okay.
so.
Somehow they started using our town seal, so I have to have Paul talk to them.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I noticed in one edition, I'm like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
this is not a town publication. They
Yeah.
should not be using our seal.
They're looking for us. Our garden club has an article every month, and they're looking for us to find a sponsor. They don't want to do it for free. They're looking for
Yeah.
resources.
Yeah.
Hurting.
Right.
If you don't mind me adding for calendar, we're always thinking deadlines with our project. And then separately, for the house tours, if it's possible, we could get it in May, maybe latest, Jan, what do you think? I mean, there's some time, but time is gonna
Mm.
Look, we're already in
lapse.
February.
But whatever you'd like to get in for a description of events,
Okay.
there's this place in the book and also for the house tours.
Yeah, I think at
And
a,
we can talk
Yes,
or with Jan separately on that,
yes.
as you get your contact.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I told you last time, I've got some things in place, but we have a lot of work to do. But I was doing it by myself, so now I've got a
Yeah,
committee,
yes.
I can delegate, will be a lot.
Well, there's some
place.
time and a place in the book where this can come, the section like civic and community life, or right near the end. You could, I don't mean to say like it's the last thing, but there's time to get it in, but just don't want to let that go by.
Yeah, we're pretty much set on events, so we will, at a minimum, be able to give you what the events are gonna be. We just may not have the dates yet.
We can
Yeah,
wait till you
so-
have more firmed up.
Yeah.
I mean, just,
Yep.
talk.
Yeah, May should be fine. yeah.
Great.
Okay. All right. Anybody have anything else? All right, so hearing nothing, can I have a motion to adjourn? And a second.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll see you on March 19th.